Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to give my first and ever plant tour of 2023. I'm very excited to share with you guys what I have collected over the years. It goes from rare to just more regular. I got it all. Come on by. Okay, we'll start over here. This is my Pothos. I believe it's a Snow Queen, or what's the other one called? I'm not quite sure. But this is becoming one of my favorite plants. I did neglect it for the longest time because it was so slow. The growth was so slow on this guy that I was just so annoyed. But I put him on a moss pole and he's doing so good. The leaves are getting bigger and beautiful. Like, look at the specks, just gorgeous, and every leaf is completely different. This one is oh my god, I can't pronounce the word either. Rhaphidophora something. I put him on a moss pole as well, and look at him climb. There's about 2 of them in there. I wanted a more fuller one, so I put them together. I got him on sale actually at Lowe's. It was dying. I got them for like $5 each. Next, I have my Ficus Elastica. This plant is so beautiful, so picture worthy, insta worthy, all the worthies. Like, look at this. Are you kidding me? Every leaf is just so gorgeous. When I got this, it was such a baby. I'll post it here if I can stitch it in so you guys can see. She's so gorgeous. I had to have her. When I saw her at the store, when my plant store posted up on their Instagram, I said, whoop, I gotta get it. And I got her. In my south-facing window, I have my hanging plants here, my string of hearts. This is a regular string of hearts. And look how long she is. It's like she gets thicker and thicker the longer she gets. I'm not sure how to untangle this mess, but if someone could help me, because I'm freaking out right now because I don't know what to do. Every time I try to go and do it, I just get so overwhelmed and I'm like, oh, forget it, I'm not gonna do it. But she loves this window. As you can see, she is growing at a massive rate. She's almost touching the ground. Let's see here. The ground is right there. She's literally a foot off the ground. So there's that one. Here is my donkey's tail. I think it's what's called my donkey's tail. This one's been pretty slow moving. I had him in my east facing window, so I moved him here to the south. So let's see how he does. But right now he's doing good. He adjusted to the movement. Pretty simple. Next to the window, a little bit of direct and indirect sunlight is I'll start with this one, my string of hearts, my variegated string of hearts. Look how beautiful she is. She's loving this window right here. This was actually my girlfriend's. Her husband almost killed it. So she brought it to me to bring it back to life. So I'm going to give it back to her when it's nice and full. Maybe take a clipping or 2 to keep for myself. But if you have a string of hearts, variegated or non-variegated, I definitely recommend indirect from a south-facing window. Like, look, not too far from the window, but not directly on it, especially in my city. I'm in zone 9 in Las Vegas, and we are hot and dry like a rice cracker. Next is my string of bananas right next to the string of hearts. I've had her for about 2 years now, and she's loving this window. She's been here for 2 years, and I'm not going to move her. She's doing good. Super thick, nice and thick. And above these ones is my Philodendron melanonchrysum. I believe that's how you pronounce the words. This was a cutting I received from my sister. She's a big plant parent too. She gives me a lot of her things, and I appreciate that. So I kept this one, same window, but a little bit higher, and seems to be doing good. I'm even getting a new leaf right here. Look at that. And I have her in leca at the moment, and every watering or every other watering, I give a little bit of food since she's just in leca. Next is my showstopper. This is the Philodendron gloriousum. I got her flown in from Ecuador, Ecuador or Ecuador. I'm not quite sure what the term is, but I got her from there. about 2 leaves is all I had, and as of now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves. This one just opened up. You can tell the color difference between a young leaf and a little older leaf, and these are so beautiful. Everyone who comes into my house is just in awe when it comes to this plant. She sits right there in between the chairs. It's just so beautiful. She loves this window too. A little bit of indirect light. And her velvet leaves are just, oh, they feel good. I wish you guys can feel them. If you have one, let me know how you guys are taking care of yours, because I would like mine to get a little bigger. I feel like the leaves are getting smaller and smaller and smaller every time one comes up. So if you guys have a tip on that, I would totally appreciate it. Thank you so much. On my coffee table, I carry a couple orchids that I've gotten honestly on discount at the store because they were dying. But look, are you kidding me? $5 for this guy? What a steal. And let's see here, he's starting to bud some more. You're so beautiful. Every new leaf that comes out is just so gorgeous. Look at her face. This cute little thing from Target, from the dollar section, like, you know, in the front where you walk in. And inside I have a corm, an alocasia corm that I'm trying to grow. This is probably day 4 or 5. Nothing's happening yet, but looks like it's working. It's a little indoor greenhouse effect going on. And tucked away in this corner here is my Monstera Addisonii. I started it as a baby plant. This is the mother plant. I've gifted it many times to other people. If I can find the original photo, I will post it here. I'll stitch it right in so you can see. Ever since I put it on a moss pole that I made, it's been doing so well. I just wrap it and wrap it and wrap it and wrap it and wrap it around, because there's no more, I can't go no higher than this. So look at it. It's a beautiful, beautiful, very full Addisonii. Here is my beautiful Monsera deliciosa. This was one of my very first indoor house plants that I had to have. The fenestrations in this is just so gorgeous. I think everyone should get one of these. This has to be on everyone's wish list to have one of these. Her leaves are huge, the size of my hand. And look, I have one unfurling at the moment right here. I have repotted her twice. She is getting so big, she is almost to the ceiling. It's so beautiful, so easy. Mostly gets morning light, the east-facing window, and indirect light majority of the day. She seems to around every few days or so she can be even, so she's not so sparse in areas, but she seems to love this corner, so I'm just gonna leave her here. Everyone's absolute favorite or worst plant is this fiddle fig tree. This is honestly like my 3rd one, and so far she seems to be doing good, knock on wood. Crossing fingers, everything I can cross. She seems to be doing happy in this window here. She seems to be happy next to her buddy over here. I water when completely dry, when the leaves are flat and hanging down, and I completely soak her. She seems to be doing pretty good. The majority of my indoor plants are going to be over here in this east-facing window. We made this out of some wood we got at Home Depot, put them together, and boom, we made a little plant stand custom to the length of our windows here. My first one I'll show you is the Oxalis Triangularis. He's so cute. I got him around St. Patrick's Day. So beautiful when he opens up in the morning. It's just so gorgeous. And look, he's flowering, so he's so happy, and that makes me happy, as you know. This is my Fishbone Cactus. It's not really mine, it's my son's. It was gifted to him from a friend. And look, he's coming out more. One right there, and I want to say another one right there. Gets full sun in this east-facing window for half the day. I have it right in the window, so as close to the sun as it can get. And this is my newest one. I got this in yesterday. I'm gonna do a video for you guys, an unboxing video. I ordered her when I was drunk, so I forgot what it was. But I googled it, and it's a Hoya linearis. Look at that. This is what happens when you drunk order. You get stuff like this. Okay, I'm just gonna put you guys here. So because it's kind of hard to squeeze in here. But let me squeeze in here and grab my next plant. So cute. This is Groot with my string of turtles right here on the window. I had a fuller string of turtles, but I dropped her, and this is all that's left. So right now, we're gonna start over with baby Groot, with our baby string of turtles. And my next Pelia is the Pelia peperomia. I finally figured out how to raise this child. As you can see, we had a struggle right here of them all falling out, but I will come up with another video on how I can have her regrow again. I'm so excited. I searched everywhere, every YouTube channel, every person. I asked everybody. Nobody can tell me why the leaves are dropping, but I figured it out. And I'll post another video about it. You're gonna love it. And next are my Pothos. I've had these for about 2 years now, and for the first time ever, they're starting to, I'm not sure what the word is called, but I think it's called molting, like snakes do. More are coming out. I'm not gonna touch them because I'm scared, but I'm so excited that they're opening up. Finally, they're doing something. I've watered this probably twice in this whole last year. I've only watered it twice. I haven't watered it this year yet. I'm holding back because it's still pretty firm. Even the one that's shedding, it's still pretty firm on the outside. So we'll just leave her alone. I'll give you guys an update soon about these because I'm very excited to watch this. It's my first time this is ever happening. Finally something going on with these guys. One of the cutest succulents that I own. I think everyone should get one of these. It's the bear paws. They're so cute and so soft. I love them. I just want to bite them. I have them right against the window too. I probably watered this maybe 3 times last year. Not very often. I just feel it. If they're squishy, I give them some water. If not, if they're hard, I leave them alone. And it seems to be doing good. So cute. And next we have our bunny ears. And finally, this is giving some movement too. I've had this for about, I want to say about a year. And you can see, these are new growth points coming out right here. Oh, I'm so scared to touch it. They're all growing, look at that. The white fuzz is just so cute. Super excited and so happy about these. Finally, spring is here, so it's trying to make some moves. Do you guys know that there's a world record of the ugliest pink princess, and I happen to be the one to have it. She's not the prettiest. I think only one leaf has pink on it, just a little bit. And the rest, I'm not sure what to do with her to make it more, here, I'll put her down here so you can see, to make her more pink, but I'm not giving up on her. You know, maybe she'll turn to a swan one day. That pink princess was so ugly, I had to go get another one. This one seems to be doing much better, more pink in this one. Much, much prettier. And 2 leaves are coming out right here. I have her in a self-watering pot as well. And hanging here we have my beautiful variegated string of pearls. She's doing so good. I got her when she was probably about, I want to say just that was my dog, sorry. Just past the pot, and now look at her. Doing pretty good. She's got some sparse spots, like some are like crusty up there, but we'll see. I'm thinking about maybe possibly spraying her on top. What do you guys think? Keeping her a little bit wet up there. And then I have the regular string of pearls. Look at that, so beautiful. The same with this one. I got her probably, this is probably my second year with her, and she's doing pretty good. I leave her in this, like I said, in this east facing window. I only water her when she is squishy, little mama squishy. And I give her a good soak. And I try to rotate her every now and then, but she's kind of stubborn. She just be rotating herself back over here to her favorite spot. And this is my pride and joy. You guys all know what this is. It is the Monstera Elbow. It's my dream plant. I've wanted it for like 1,000 years, as long as I can remember, and I finally got my hands on one. It was a birthday gift from my honey. He knows I've always wanted one, so he found one locally in town. Because we're always too scared to ship it because you never know what you're gonna get. But here, since we live in a zone 9, we were so concerned about having this plant here and the risk of not having her survive. So this has been acclimated at the greenhouse where we bought her from, and she's so happy. And look, so this is a new leaf that just came out, and we have another one right there. Oh, focus. So she's so happy. So I've had her for about a month, and I think it'll be a month like in a couple of days. So I've had her for 4 weeks, and two leaves have already unfurled. So I'm gonna do a video on that, on how to get more leaves to grow for you guys. So I'm so excited. I don't think anyone's ever done this before. Like, who can grow a new leaf every 2 weeks? I don't know, but I'm so excited to share with you the secret because it's gonna be a big one. So tune in for that one. And then I have here my huge Ficus Elastica. Almost touches the ceiling. Look at that. Here, I'm gonna compare it to Whiskey. Whiskey. It has the smallest pot in the world. I've only potted it one time, and I give it so much sunlight. This guy gets so much sunlight. I don't know what to do with it. Should I cut it? I don't know what to do, you guys. You guys let me know what I should do. But these leaves are so big and so beautiful. I love it. It's turning, and the older it gets, like the taller it gets, like it turns into like an actual tree, like bark. Because like when it comes up here, it turns green, but it's eventually going to start moving all the way up until it can no longer. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example of how tall this ficus actually is. For reference, I'm only 5 feet tall. So, and look at this guy. And one of the last ones for downstairs is my greenhouse, my IKEA greenhouse. I ran out of space in my other room, so I had to put it in this specific room. It's like I think it's called a living room or formal, but it doesn't have the best light. The windows are facing north, so I had to put it in a greenhouse. And I got this from IKEA. It's so cute. I waited forever for this thing in this specific color. And I have all the plants in here that love humidity because, you know, as you know, if you didn't know, we are in Vegas and it is drier than a rice cracker up in here. So I got a little thermometer thing, tells me if it's wet or not wet. And here, I'm going to show you, I'm going to pull it out one by one so I can show you guys what exactly is in here. Okay, so let me show you what I first have in here. I realized in Vegas, my experience, my Hoyas don't like it here. I don't think they like it dry. So when I go online and research it, they don't really say if they like humidity or not, but they clearly don't like it outside, but they do inside here. So I'm gonna leave them in here. So I'm gonna start with my Hoyas first. I've had this, oh my gosh, so slow. Like that's what I love Hoyas, but they just grow so slow. And I want, you know, with this generation, we want everything now. So I want it to grow now. I want it to grow fast, but I'm slowing down and starting to appreciate Hoyas a little bit more because they are extremely so beautiful. I've had this for 2 years and I realized they like smaller pots. So yeah, this is a cup I used from a party we had not too long ago. So I'm like, I'm gonna use this, and I drilled a hole in the bottom, I think, or just use a knife and like, you know, cut some holes in it. But it's doing happier because it's finally giving me growth for the first time in a year. So if you have a Hoya problem where they're not growing like at all, put it in a smaller pot. Because I had this girl in like a bigger pot and she was mad. Like it was fine, and then it started getting smaller, like smaller. So this is a variegated Hoya carrii too. Finally getting the growth here, and I think there's one coming out right here, but it's just too small to tell. And the same with my Hindu rope. I've had this for a year and it has not budged until I put it in a smaller pot. And as of right now, it's doing pretty good. You can tell to water them by just squishing the leaves. I feel like they're in the succulent family, so they hold a lot of water in their leaves. So just, if you don't know, just do the squish test And if it's squishy, mama squishy, you water her. And the same with this one. I forget what this one's called, but this was also a cutting from my sister. She gave it to me. And so I finally put them all in smaller pots, and look, that's new. This is new. I'm so mad. Man, this whole time I had them in big pots. And same with this one, a cutting as well. I'm not sure what this one's called. If you can tell me what this is called, please let me know. When they're gifted to me, I don't know what exactly they are, and I forget. So I'm treating it like a Hoya. That one, and this one I got. This one I got at Walmart, actually. It's supposed to be a silver dragon, but it was dead. But I'm like, how much can you give it to me for? And it's $5. So I said, okay, I'm gonna take it home. And it died, of course. But I think I'm gonna scratch this off. Do you see what I see? I think that's green. I think that means it's alive. So we'll see. Again, I have in a small pot because you never know these plants these days. And my beautiful, oh shoot, it's stuck. Anthurium Queen. This is a brand new leaf actually, because I had her over here outside in the heat, but she wasn't happy. So I put her in the greenhouse, and this is a brand new leaf. It hasn't really hardened off yet either, but you know, this one's dead. So I'm gonna cut it. Do you guys wanna cut it with me? I'll cut it later, you guys can get that satisfaction. But my queen plant loves the humidity. I keep this about, I think like in the 70s for everything that's in here, and it's doing pretty good. This took about 4 weeks to come to this size. The minute I put it in, 4 weeks later, boom, a new plant. And I don't know if you can tell how big this is, like with my body, you know? Look at that, my whole entire torso and my shoulders. And I think I have another leaf coming out right here, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what it is. So I'm gonna put you up here for now. And next up is my polka dot begonia. Again, I got this too at Walmart, and it was all the way dead. But I chopped off all the leaves, and look how happy. So many leaves, and I have so much more coming out right here inside. But right now, have y'all ever seen a black velvet leaf this big before? I have never. Especially in, like I said, in the zone 9 that I am in. Every one of my friends that has this kills it. I'm telling you, put this in a greenhouse, and I think these like to be a little bit more wet. Like, I water these guys so much. I don't know if it's because it's in a terracotta or what, but these dude is thirsty. Thirsty. Look how big it is, the size of my face. Look. This is another type of like a alocasia. I think it's called a bambina or a poly alocasia. It died, of course, because, you know, we're so dry here, and these things apparently love to be on the wet side. So I put her in there, and look, this was all dead, but now 2 more have come up. So, but then again, like, I think any plant, it will never tell you, no, I don't want any humidity, I don't want any. But I think most of them will take it. They will take usually more sun, more humidity. So if you can up the humidity in your house, I don't think you can go any wrong with that. That's about it. That's in my greenhouse. And that is the end of the plant tour for now. Thank you so much for staying to the end. You guys rock. I'll be posting about once a week, so stay tuned for that. Love you guys. Bye.